If you're anything like me, sexiness is likely not something you associate all too heavily with science fiction. You probably agree that it's more about the fantastical worlds, alien creatures, advanced technologies, and out-of-this-world action. And whilst for most media this is pretty accurate, there is one medium which uses sci-fi to push what they themselves would call sexy. Music videos have a long history of sci-fi, with some of the earliest examples of music videos being very science fiction heavy. MTV's first music video aired was the Buggles' Video Killed the Radio Star, which is largely set in a post-apocalyptic world with an alien woman captured by... Well, I'll be honest, I'm not completely sure who the Buggles are supposed to be in the video, but nevertheless, it's sci-fi. And even here, at one of the earliest points of what we would now call music videos, there's an element of this sexualization. Now, not to say it's conventional by any means, but the bodysuit and colour palette of the alien design does give an impression that she should be seen as attractive, especially in comparison to the Buggles, lab coats and silver suits, as well as the other alien backing singers who wear more conventional space-age attire. But that's enough about the Buggles. Let's take forward a few decades to 2002's I Believe in a Thing Called Love by The Darkness. The whole video is set in a spaceship, with lead singer Justin Hawkins not only being the centre of attention, but also immediately setting the tone and theme of the entire video as he climbs out of his space bath completely nude to be dried by a giant sentient towel. And, quite honestly, if that doesn't scream sexiness in space, I don't think much else will. Even when dressed, Hawkins' first action is to lower the zip on his jumpsuit just that little bit more. It's hard to say, even if you don't find him attractive yourself, that he's not doing everything right for those who do. And from the art of naked women to the only humanoid alien being similarly naked, there's definitely an idea being pushed that space and sci-fi in turn is something attractive. And to top it all off, the end of the video sees our motley crew fighting off a space squid which has invaded the ship. And whilst I'm not going to go into the intricate history of the association between sex and tentacles, I feel the connotations are clear enough to see. I Believe in a Thing Called Love is, as the name would imply, a love song. And more than that, the video just pushes the idea that this is about how sexy love is, and how sexy Justin Hawkins thinks he is by extension. But more than all of that, the video just shows how sexy space can be, and sci-fi is set in space by and large. And that brings us to the final frontier of sexiness. Only a little over a decade later in 2014 with the video for Ariana Grande's Break Free featuring Zedd. The video starts with a true staple of the sci-fi genre, the title crawl. And quite honestly, a description couldn't even begin to capture the pure brilliance of it, so here's a clip.
What you are about to witness is scientifically authentic. It is just one step ahead of present-day reality, and 2 steps ahead of present-day sexiness. Prepare yourself to attempt to conceive an inconceivable outer space adventure. Brace yourself for something so fantastically fantastical, you'll soil yourself from intergalactic excitement. Get ready to...
And with that promise of out-of-this-world sexiness comes Grande in a rather traditional space adventure for the most part. We follow Ariana as she defeats aliens, frees slaves, and shoots rockets from her chest to destroy a rampaging robot. Alright then. We were also given more outright sexualization as Grande strips from her spacesuit in zero gravity, and this is where the idea that sci-fi allows for artists to push what is possible comes into play. Sure, any genre of music can, and likely has, been home to a striptease over the decades of music videos, but no genre can do it in midair quite like sci-fi. And that really brings this to a close. Sci-fi allows for so many possibilities of expanding and experimenting with so many forms of expression and presentation, and whether it is done mostly for eye candy and, especially with Break Free and other modern videos, as a way to gain a higher view count, or if it's done as an extension of the song, like we've seen in I Believe in a Thing Called Love, or just simply to be weird, like in the case of Video Killed the Radio Star, it's safe to say that sci-fi and sexiness go hand in hand. And quite honestly, I would not have it any other way.